Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com, the new 1071 WTJN. I'm Clint Myers, along with David Denoyer with TV5. We have the Lincoln Community Center report with Shane Carter. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Clint. How are you doing this morning?
Doing wonderful.
Good.
How are things at the center?
Things at the center are very, very busy. We're glad, though, the kids are back to school. That will allow for our staff to us to hone in on some things and look at where we're going for the year. But things have been very good. I'll tell you, the summer was awesome. It was our first year, probably in the last 20, having lifeguards, allowing kids to swim. So we had a lot of new things going on. No casualties. We're very thankful that God watched over us this summer and the kids behaved well. So we're thankful to send them back to school.
All right. Now you've got some after-school programs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Starting up, they started with the first day of school on this past Wednesday. So what it is our after-school tutoring program. It's from 3 to about 5:15 p.m. We allow any kids K through 12 to come in. We offer a healthy snack, and then we have educational coordinators and tutors that are very, very, very licensed and very, very knowledgeable and experienced people that assist our kids in their after-school work. So we're expecting hopefully 30 to 40 kids this year. We thank the Troy Foundation for the funding of that. Their grant has allowed us to do it for the last 3 years. And then we've got some great staff, Jeremy Hughes, Ramel Mitchell, Mark Scott, Tracy McDonald, John Taylor, and the majority of these guys are retired teachers, current teachers, and all very much so educated and able to provide the things needed. So
again, very thankful that the people that give back to the community.
Yes, and without the Troy Foundation, as I share with you, and I know they know, and our board of directors knows, without their funding, we couldn't have this program. So it's very important that with this funding, we're able to not only make it stretch, but we're able to provide a need in the community.
Awesome. Health screenings.
Yes. So UVMC has allowed us to host health screenings there through them. They come out, bring a nurse out. It has been the third Tuesday of every month. So we've had a lot of people in the community that are coming in, but we want to try to provide it to more people. So anybody out there listening, please come into the Lincoln Center, third Tuesday of every month, 1:30 to 3, and you get your glucose checked, your blood pressure, and all those things. So we're going to continue that through the rest of the year, and anybody wants to take advantage of it is more than welcome.
And there's no charge.
It's free. Like most things at the Lincoln Community Center, we try to keep it free, Clint.
Incredible. You have something new that's coming on Tuesdays.
Yes, our high school kids throughout the area. So any surrounding schools, Troy, Piqua, Tip City, West Milton, wherever it may be, we're offering an open gym for kids to play here through the fall and before the winter gets going. And we'll have some coaches there. Jeremy himself, who's a coach up at Lehman, and then Ramel Mitchell, who's a coach here at Troy, and myself to kind of work with them on not really necessarily hands-on coaching, but giving them some pointers, getting them in shape. And then we're going to go to Thursdays too and offer it. Probably going to have the kids in there around 7:30. Ask them to come at 7 if they'd like to, because we do some conditioning and some weightlifting. And I try to provide that because I know a lot of our kids that don't play football kind of get stagnant, going into the fall. So.
I think I'm probably jumping ahead a little bit, but when I had been over there at the Lincoln Community Center, I know one of the things when you had mentioned the weight room,
yes,
that you had some changes that were going to be taking place, and
yes,
it sounds like now the ball is kind of rolling.
It is. And it's funny you say that, Clint. We'll talk about this, then we'll kind of go into the entrance how we're changing the main entrance of the center. But in the weight room, we had a problem when all that water came, where obviously we had the water base coming from the floor. And we were able to get some pictures and submit them to the city and look for some funding to try to address it. But one thing is, and thank God for Troy Community Works, Make a Difference Day this year, under the leadership of Barbara Martin, Troy Community Works is going to assist us, and we're doing some repairs down there and potentially kind of beautifying it and making it more functional, allowing for some more space. So that's one thing we plan to have done here within the next, I'd say, 40 to 60 days, but I know you're a handyman. You know how things kind of get stretched out.
Well, you just don't know what you're going to find when you open things up.
No, that's
not with an older building.
100-year-old building. So that's something. And then also, we want to thank the city of Troy for allowing us to access a CDBG grant. And what that is City Development Block Grant. And that's allowed us to put new steps in front of our center. So when you guys, listeners, are riding by and you see Double J Construction out there, what it is we're allowing for an open platform that will allow for people with physical disabilities, walkers, things like that, easier access. And it's really going to look nice out there, kind of a semicircle with the LCC in the middle. So I want to thank the city for that. Greg Harris and Jim Dando helped us with that, and then also Patrick Hansford was the architect on the project. So again,
it's keeping our these community buildings that play such a vital part, yes, in the city's,
Right. It's nice to be in Troy because you see, as I ride throughout other communities and you see these old buildings, even just as north as Piqua, hate to, put them under the microscope. But some buildings I see that are sitting vacant here in Troy, we take a great responsibility in kind of rehabilitating and restoring those older properties. So it's been nice that we've been able to keep the center the best we can in good shape. And as soon as I say that, something probably happens, you know.
The door just broke.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, CrossFit Kids.
Yes, so CrossFit Kids is still being offered for our children on Mondays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock. And right now we've got a good group of kids that are doing a nucleus of Lincoln Center kids, but we want to, for all our listeners out there, we want to grow this program. Mike Lyons and Mindy Kobe, Ryan Vest, they've really put a lot of time into it from Practice CrossFit and CrossFit Troy. And we just want to see more kids get involved. I know how good it is for the children. I know it's an important program, so please, parents, if you're listening, bring your son down. All you have to do is fill out a waiver form, and it's free Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m.
All right. Let's talk a little bit. We've got the Bicentennial coming up,
Yes,
Bicentennial Parade.
Yes.
You have some things that go along with that, too.
Yes, well, I think with the Lincoln Community Center, number one, we have a great historical piece or components offered to the city of Troy. We've been here since 1865, in which we started as a one-room schoolhouse, and then we kind of morphed or transitioned into a community center. So it's only fitting to be involved in the Bicentennial Parade. And that's on Saturday, September the 20th at 4 p.m. But we're already doing some planning. Nicole Burton is helping me, as well as Gene Shannyfelt, one of our water aerobics instructors. And we want to have a representation of the center that shows the programming we offer. So some of our kids we're going to have involved with basketballs, maybe ones that are doing CrossFit, you know, kind of maybe showing their kind of, while they're walking, what some of the tools they use. And then our water aerobics people, our pickleball players, and all the kids, the chess club kids. So we're looking for a good showing. Any listeners out there that come to the Lincoln Center, please come down to the main office, touch base with the staff, and kind of get your name on the list so we can make sure we have space for you.
All right. Now, you brought somebody with you in the studio
Yes,
today. We'll do some introductions here.
Yeah, I'd like to. Today I brought with me Jeremy Hughes. Jeremy is not only a good friend of mine, but a colleague of mine and an employee of ours at the center. But Jeremy is vital to the success of our center and moving forward, in that he's really, really grown up in the center. His father, I'm sure anybody that knows the Lincoln Center knows who Harold Hughes is. And Harold has been a mentor to myself, to my brothers, to my friends, to my family. And I'm just very thankful at this time to allow Jeremy to not only be on staff, but to have him here with me. So, Jeremy, if you want to just say hello, say a few words to the listeners out there today.
How's everybody doing today? Just to piggyback on Shane, like he said, I literally did grow up in the Lincoln Center. My dad has been working there for probably about 20-some years. And actually, when he says grow up, I live next door to the center. So once we left the center continued right next door at the house.
Right.
Okay.
And today it's awesome that, you know, Jeremy's been involved now for going on about 2 years, but it's awesome that he's now there, his father's on board, and we've got a great nucleus, a great family environment there for the children. So Jeremy also is going to school to be a teacher, so he'll be doing some student teaching here in Troy, and then you know, the next year being able to, you know, hopefully get a job here in this area. So we're excited about his involvement here. Has a great mind, not only for kids in education, but a coach, you know, by love and by passion of the sport of basketball. So I look forward to his career and what that'll bring for him. And he's soon to be a father, so a first-time father, has a daughter on the way. So we're real excited to, you know, allow her to, you know, enter into the world, and hopefully the Lincoln Center can, you know, take care of him and his wife the best we can to make sure that they're, you know, they're comfortable, but also that we can be there as a support family. So Jeremy's been a great addition to our staff.
I have to say, when I think about all the things that you've told us about the Lincoln Community Center and what it has to offer and everyone that works, and I always credit you with really putting in a lot of time. Mm-hmm. Now, you spent time at the Lincoln Community Center
Yes,
growing
sir.
up as well.
Yes, sir.
I think it means a lot, and it shows a lot that who you both become,
Yes.
that you're coming back to give back to the center and to the kids.
Absolutely.
To make sure that continues.
And Mr. Hughes, he shared with me something that's really, really powerful. And he told me this actually back whenever I started the center. He said, Shane, you know, when I grew up, I watched all you kids grow up and, you know, develop into young people. But he shared with me, now that I see you guys coming back and empowering these youth in the situations they're in, well, Jeremy and myself and all the kids who grew up at the center with us, they're in the same situation as us. They have an opportunity to get an education. They have an opportunity to go and see the world, do the things they want to do. And I think we are good role models in the fact that we grew up in the same schools, the same center. We all dealt with poverty. I mean, we all dealt with situations within our family that sometimes, you know, took toughness to get through. But ultimately, they can all be delivered to where they want to be. So we're here today, you know, obviously excited about this school year, but also excited about our young people and their future. So.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to wrap up with or add this
I
morning?
want to say a few thank yous. We had such a great contribution and support of the community for our Back to School Bash this past Sunday that I just have to thank from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the Board of Directors, the Lincoln Center staff, our volunteers, our parents, our kids. Thank you to everybody that supported it. And there were banks, there were nonprofits, there were individuals, insurance firms, you name it. I mean, they came and helped us monetarily and donated things. We served about 140 kids on Sunday. We were able to offer haircuts. I know at least 20 to 30 kids got haircuts. Just a good time. Hot dogs and hamburgers, a live band, and just all the organizations that came to support it. Was really just an awesome event. I'm thankful that God has given me an opportunity to be able to put on something like this for the community, because it's something that I'll say that I dreamed of when I was younger, but I never envisioned it would happen in Troy nor happen at the Lincoln Center. So I'm just thankful for the support of our staff and our community, and that was really a powerful thing that we did. So we're hoping that our kids get off on a good start this school year and that they can have success. So.
Excellent.
One thing, too, I'll share with you, and this is something that Barry Alvarez, who was my coach my first year at Wisconsin, shared with me, Clint. The reason I believe the Lincoln Centers have a success and why we are is because it has nothing to do with me, but you have to hire good people. And I feel like we have good people on staff. There's been times here throughout the summer where, I've had medical things, had to get some teeth removed, and I'm out doing other things in the community, and they've been able to really do a good job. So I'm thankful for my staff, and I'm thankful that we've been able to be a cohesive unit. So obviously encourage everybody to come down and check us out, 110 Ash Street. We're right behind CVS and La Fiesta, and especially parents here as school year goes on. If your kids are struggling academically, I promise you, if you bring them to us, we can help. So.
Well, I've heard the analogy many times that you're as strong as your weakest link.
That's true.
I don't think you have any weak links over there.
Well, we're always trying to get better. I'll tell you that. So we're definitely working at it.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Clint.
For David Denoyer at TV5, I'm Clint Myers for TroyCommunityRadio.com, the new 107.1 WTJN.